Hello, I'm Semele Sherry of Triple Moon, and I promised that after my retreat I would share a little bit of information about what had happened since then. And of course, this is usually the way, it's never quite what you expect. And I did write a blog post about that, about the fact that I kind of went in with the idea that I'd come out with a really detailed plan, and actually it just made me relax about everything. But given that it's the new moon today, the new moon in Taurus at the end of April, and the information I read this morning about the energy of this moon was just so what I have been guided to concentrate and focus on since returning from my retreat, and actually while I was there, that I thought it was worth sharing this now. So there is no denying that at the moment we can feel as if our lives are chaotic. You look at the external world, it's pretty chaotic. There appears to be a lot of stuff that's out of control, a lot of stuff that doesn't seem to be going according to the love and light as we would like to see it. It does appear chaotic, and when that happens we can want to take control, we can want to be able to sort it out, we can want to be able to put a plan in place that will calm everything down and put everything back on track as we see it. And so what I wanted to share with you is, if any of you are feeling that way out there, as I was, and going on retreat, because as well as all the apparent external world chaos that had been going on, as you know, I was also going through my own transition of menopause, which brings a little bit of internal chaos as well. So I kind of was in that very whirling, swirling state. And I was wanting, I realise now, I was wanting a bit more control over it. I was wanting a plan. But the gift that I was given was this, and since I've returned, I've absolutely simplified my daily practice, my daily spiritual practice. What I was guided to do was now every morning I sit, I prepare myself for meditation, and I simply commit myself to the service of Gaia and to the service of humanity, as I know my soul chose to do when I came onto this planet again. I recommit myself, and then I totally let go of the how and the when and the where and any kind of detail about how that will happen. I then sit in meditation for 20-25 minutes, and I simply open myself up to Source to receive all that I need in order to carry out that commitment that I've made. And so I'm channeling Source light down through my crown, filling up my body, and I, as an embodied divine being, always feel that to balance that I need also to draw up from the earth. So I draw up energy from the earth too, and I combine them in my heart and swirl that energy out throughout my being and my auric field. And all I'm doing during that time is simply allowing myself to be guided, to be supported, to be refueled, replenished, to be given anything I might need to carry out this commitment that I have given myself to. And since I've been doing that every morning, I guess it's nearly a month now that I've been doing that, I have noticed the most wonderful and beautiful developments in my life. Not only do I feel more relaxed about everything, I feel charged with energy. Inspiration just comes, and events and people and opportunities are happening around me that just so clearly highlight where to go next, what's the next step, what is it that you want me to do. It kind of just appears. Now, I'm not vindicating that you do nothing. That's not what I'm saying, because obviously when the opportunity appears, I must choose to act on it. And meanwhile, I'm taking very good care of myself physically. I'm making sure I'm eating well, I'm sleeping well, I'm drinking lots of water, I'm out walking, spending time in nature. I'm committing time to both my spiritual practice and my work. So I am taking active action. But my worry about, how will I know what to do? How's this all going to work out? That has just dropped. My need to control it has dropped. And I always see the Hanged Man in the tarot when I think of this. It's the letting go of the need to control and totally allowing Source and the universe to support you, to guide you. Trust that what you need will come when you need. And I have to say that whereas for a while I had been feeling that I wasn't sure of what to do next, or kind of I wasn't feeling quite so aligned with my inspiration as I know I have been and usually am in the past. And that kind of chaos that had infiltrated my connection, if you like, has completely dissipated. So if this helps any of you, I just wanted to share that, is just let go of the need to control and that desperate thing, which I guess is a very human thing, of needing to plan and have an idea of what's going to happen. And just allow yourself to be supported, led, guided, refueled by Source. And I can promise you it will happen. It certainly has for me, and it's helped me enormously. And I know that I'm also being then that vibration and that energy for those around me. And obviously as a healer, teacher, spiritual guide, people who come to me are in that, are usually in some kind of chaos themselves. And so what can be more facilitating and more uplifting than being around someone who's not holding that chaotic energy, but is holding that trusting, still center. So just to encourage you and to remember to do it, because even in our spiritual lives and in our meditative practices, we can become very active and doing in that, thinking we have to achieve something, And just this sitting and allowing myself to be guided and led. And I always ask too, please lead me, please guide me, please use me to enable me to fulfill the purpose that I came here to fulfill, which I am very, very clear is to serve Gaia and to serve humanity and their ascension. So that's it. Very simple message, but as always with very simple messages, very profound. And I can honestly really, really encourage you from my deepest heart to try this and see how it changes your life, your attitude, and also how things unfold for you. Sending you much, much love and many blessings.